Facebook in the last 2 years have spent $25 billion on reality labs. And they said that they're going to spend, meaningfully more in 2023 and then sustain that investment for a while. So if you do a little bit of math, if they spend around $4 billion a quarter right now, so $16 billion a year, that'll go to $25 billion in 2023, and then they'll sustain that. What that means is that over this 12 or 13 year life of reality labs as we've seen it, these guys will have spent $250 billion. I wanted to understand.
Hilarious.
I wanted to understand $250 billion in the context of other major leaps in humanity. So at the left is what Apple spent in its entirety. By the way, these are all inflation adjusted dollars for today. Apple spent $3.6 billion to create the first iPhone. What they did was they said every subsequent version of the iPhone would only be funded from the cash flow and profits of the generation before it, right? So they used consumer demand as their guiding principle. So it was a very incremental approach. iPhone 1, iPhone 2, and now we're at iPhone 13. But the point is, it took $3.6 billion to get that juggernaut off the ground. The Manhattan Project will cost $23 billion in today's dollars to create the atomic bomb. Tesla, in its entire life, spent $25 billion to get to free cash flow profitability. And they took this incremental approach as well. Boeing spent 32, Google and other bets has spent 40. The only thing that I could find in history that is comparable to what Meta has basically said they're going to spend is the entire Apollo program, which cost in today's dollars $250 billion as well. This was 13 years of building rockets, getting to low Earth orbit, then getting to be able to, orbit the Earth, then eventually building an entire infrastructure and capability to land on the moon and get back. So there was a lot of incremental progress there. I think what people don't understand is, where is this $250 billion going? And is it going to be a leap in humanity at the scale of the Apollo program? Because it now is becoming the single largest capital allocation program in capitalism history.